Good. Well, it's good morning for me, Andreas Welsh. How are you today? It's afternoon for you on the East Coast of the US. How are you?
Doing great. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Thanks for joining us here. You've got a new book, AI Leadership Handbook. Andreas, what do we need to know about your new book?
Sure. Look, I've been working in and around the AI space for the last 8 years, mainly with large Fortune 500 companies. And I've seen leaders struggle time and time again getting value out of AI. And I think many of us have experimented with AI, ChatGPT, and like have made it so much more accessible. And it really opens the door for more innovation. But again, leaders are struggling to figure out where should I start? Where is the value? What do I actually need? How do I bring my people along? And those are the questions they actually should be asking. And
Yeah.
a lot of times it's actually more technology driven. What do I need to put in place? What can we build? And from my experience, that's usually not the best way to go about it. So in the AI Leadership Handbook, I lay out a 9-step framework looking at 9 different dimensions that business leaders need to consider to have successful AI projects and outcomes.
And look, from my experience, coming from a background in HR and, corporate employee relations, I think people are still really apprehensive about this. Workplaces, leaders, they kind of, it's the lack of knowledge, it's the uncertainty. So I think what I liked about your book, Andreas, was that, like you said, the framework, the topics, that idea around even AI ethically, sustainably. There's so much great content in this book. Can you tell me what inspired you to write the book? You obviously mentioned yourself in the world of corporate. You're exposed to this. What was the inspiration to put it in a book?
Absolutely. So look, I've built a community online mainly around LinkedIn, and I see that these are questions that keep coming up again, and especially new and aspiring AI leaders, I feel typically look at it more from that technology lens. So I want to help them be better prepared to have successful outcomes when they do work with AI, when they do implement AI in a business, again, to bring different departments and ideally the whole company around that topic.
Yeah. And look, one of those challenges as a leader, isn't it? It's to get that the idea of an employee buy-in, really, that confidence in the employee that they understand, the leader understands AI. And that's what I liked about the book. Andreas, do you want to tell us, I hint an accent there. I believe it's German. Do you want to tell us, a bit about you and a bit about your career journey?
Absolutely. So yes, you're absolutely spot on. I'm originally from Germany. My family and I have been living in the US in the Philadelphia area on the East Coast for the last 14 years now. You know how those expat stories go, supposed to be for two and another year and another year.
Yeah.
And so I've had a long career in IT. Spent about 2/3 of my career so far in IT around project management, process automation, all these kind of things. And what really gets me excited is seeing an idea that you've put together and worked on really scale throughout one company or ideally many companies. And that's what drives me. And that's also what drives me with AI, where we're now seeing more productivity, more efficiency, but also more questions on, well, how do I make it tangible and how can I actually use this and use it successfully?
Yeah. And look, what's the best way, Andreas, to connect with you? I know you mentioned LinkedIn. That's how I reached out to you. Where do we find you? What's the best way to connect with you and the book?
Yeah, the best way, like I said, is actually LinkedIn. If you look for my name, I also run a bi-weekly live stream and podcast that is called What's the Buzz? AI in Business. I have a newsletter called the AI Memo that I publish on a weekly basis with more thought-provoking articles around where's AI really going in business? What do you need to be aware of as an AI leader? And definitely looking forward to connecting with many of you.
Yeah. Well, look, we should get you back here on the yellow shelf to talk about your podcast at some point. But I know you're going to be super busy with this book at the moment, because it is out this week. I mean, I know you can pre-order it, but it's busy week for you. So I'm really grateful that you stopped by and had a chat to Yellow Shelf. All the best with the book.
Excellent. Thank you so much. And again, yeah, it's on Amazon. That's the best place to
Yes.
order it. And thank you for the opportunity to be on the
Pleasure.
show.
I'll put all that in the show notes to make it really easy to connect. So thanks, Andreas. Have a great afternoon.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.